Why Lucky Dube was killed. About an hour after they pumped 2 bullets into Lucky Dube, the alleged killers returned to where the reggae superstar lay dead to see if any of the bystanders recognized him. This was the chilling evidence of a state witness, who also revealed that the 2 men on trial for the murder didn't recognize him and thought he was a Nigerian. Maruping is the wife of Thabo Maruping. He was initially charged with Dube's murder but turned state witness. She said her husband and 3 men on trial for murder, robbery, attempted robbery, and illegal possession of firearms, Sfiso Mhlanga, Ludwig Qowa, and Mbuti Mabe, had been on the prowl hunting for a Chrysler to hijack. After their search proved fruitless, they parked their VW Polo and waited. Then a Chrysler drove up and stopped not far from them. They pounced. 2 shots were fired. Dube tried to drive off, but he crashed his car into a tree and died on the spot. Maruping said that on October 18, the day Dube was killed, she and Thabo were in Sandton at a timeshare meeting. Thabo kept receiving phone calls and later arranged to meet the 3 accused in the Joburg city center. The 4 men drove off in a Polo and she drove home in the couple's red Becky. Later, the 4 returned to the Maruping townhouse and Thabo asked for the keys to the Becky. When she asked him what he wanted them for, she realized that the Polo was damaged. Thabo's explanation was that a taxi had driven into them while they were at a filling station. Maruping said her husband Mhlanga, Qowa, and Mabe drove off into 2 cars, the couple's Becky and an unidentified red vehicle, leaving the damaged VW at the townhouse complex. Her husband called Mabe, and the night after the murder, asking him to return the Becky. Mabe returned the vehicle, but Maruping had to take him home. When she got back, she expected to find her husband ready to go to East Rand Mall. Instead, he was glued on the TV. The wife then asked him why he wasn't ready. He said Mabe had just called and told him to watch the previous night's murder incident on TV. I also sat and watched. They showed Lucky Dube singing, as well as a car that had collided in a tree, Maruping testified. After the TV program, Thabo told her how Dube was murdered. Her husband told her that he and the 3 accused drove around Rutensville, then spotted a Chrysler C200, came into view and halted. Mhlanga and Qowa got out of the Polo and approached it. Thabo said that while in the car, he heard a gunshot. Mabe told him to see what was going on. He went to the Chrysler and put his hands on the roof and looked inside. A second gunshot rang out as he went back to the VW. Mhlanga and Qowa then returned and told him to drive off. Maruping said she asked her husband why Dube was shot. He said Mhlanga said he did not see that it was Dube and had thought he was a Nigerian.